Tensions flared at the IV CELAC-EU Summit in Santa Marta, Colombia, as President Gustavo Petro launched a stinging attack on both organizations, accusing them of bureaucratic paralysis and moral failure. Petro said CELAC's consensus-only structure had crippled its decision-making. There will never be unanimity among the peoples of the world, he said, urging reforms to make the bloc more effective.
In that flow, today we must make concrete analyses of the situation we are in. Undoubtedly, there are certain matters which I call common actions that Europe, Latin America, and the Caribbean can pursue, practically develop. We are in a difficult context, we all know it. Each government has its own positions. I believe most governments know and have acted according to how to reduce the barbarism that seeks to flood the world. There is a political contradiction between the democratic project that emerged in Europe, in North America, and in Latin America.
The Colombian leader drew shockwaves when he compared recent U.S. military strikes in the Caribbean to Israel's bombardment of Gaza. The same missiles that fall on Gaza now fall here on poor people, Petro declared.
What does democracy mean today when bombs fall on Gaza, and they still fall today, and a people has been massacred, and now missiles are falling in the Caribbean, the same ones, the same manufacturing as those that fall on Gaza, now fall here on poor people. All of them. One person died from this city. Yesterday, I visited his family, Mr. Alejandro Carranza, the son of a fisherman, an expert boatman. Perhaps he was hired, perhaps not. We do not know. But he died because of a missile in the waters of the Caribbean Sea. His blood stained the blue, and I visited his family to verify it because he was accused. And his death is justified under the claim that he was a narco-terrorist, a new concept. Yet the family lives without a roof, isolated in the poorest neighborhood of Santa Marta.
His remarks came after visiting the family of a fisherman killed in the U.S. operation, which he described as one of dozens of extrajudicial executions. At least 70 people have died, and 18 vessels have been destroyed in 17 attacks since September, according to Colombian authorities. Washington says the strikes target drug-carrying vessels, but Petro insists they amount to state killings, echoing his criticism of Western double standards on human rights. Despite the controversy, leaders from Europe, Latin America, and the Caribbean adopted a 50-point declaration on renewable energy, food security, and technological cooperation.
What we've demonstrated today to the world is that amid barbarities that advance, genocides that have undoubtedly existed, we can talk about democracy and common agreements. In these 50 points of the joint declaration, we demonstrate to the world that it is possible to reach an agreement and that it is possible, in terms of differences, to achieve consensus. There is only one country that does not sign this.
Yet, attendance was thin. Only 9 of 12 scheduled leaders showed up, among them Brazil's Lula da Silva and Spain's Pedro Sanchez, while key European figures, including Ursula von der Leyen and German Chancellor Friedrich Merz, were notably absent. The summit ended, questions lingered over the EU's fading influence in Latin America and the region's growing frustration with Western dominance, with Petro's fiery words setting the tone for a new, more defiant Latin diplomacy.